from Diamond Shine Soap. I'm so excited that you guys came to join me in the studio today. Today we'll be doing an iced coffee candle. Yes, it is so cute, right? Oh my God. And I just have the cutest little dome cap to go on it, guys. I will definitely be giving you the information on how I got the dome caps and how I made it just look so lovely. But before we go into it, guys, I want you to go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and also go ahead and hit that bell. That way when I make these beautiful videos, you'll be the first to know, and you'll be able to get all of the information that you need to be successful in your candle making. Okay, so since we're talking about success in candle making, during the week I do one-on-one coaching sessions, and you can book one inside the description box. Yes, guys, it took me thousands of dollars of wasted money in order for you to save money. What am I talking about? In the wintertime, guys, I told y'all, I spent thousands on candle making supplies. So during these sessions, I give you vendors most of the time, and that's if you need them. Or maybe you just been stuck. You know, I have people that's been trying to launch their candle business for over a year or 2 years or even 3 years. I had a woman for 3 years, and she was like, the only thing I've been having a problem with is, girl, why is so much black stuff all around the jar? And I'm like, okay, so you're using this wick, you need to use that. That's not the brand. You know, just basically whatever it is, guys, it's time for you to get started. I don't want you going out ordering a bunch of wicks, ordering a bunch of wax that you won't even use. If you can imagine, I sold off so much stuff. I wasted so much product until I was able to just get it all together. So that's what I do. During the week, I talk to people, and I make the sessions very affordable. And normally it's 30 minutes, but y'all know we get to talking, honey. We go over that little 30 minutes. It's all right. But guys, look, go ahead and book me so we can talk together one-on-one this week. And also we have a vendor chat for people who don't need candle advice. There's a vendor chat. The vendor chat is also available in that link as well. And I give you all my vendors, because I usually, like, guys, if you see my studio, I got buckets of oil. I don't buy, like, I got bottles because I do soap making and things like that. But I have buckets as well for candle makers. So, you know, and I sell oil, and if I'm selling it, that, you know, I'm getting it way cheaper than what you would buy off those websites for $20. Like, I sell my bottles for $14, so you know I'm getting it cheap. So I give you vendors for that. I give you vendors for containers. I mean, there's so many vendors. I have like a whole list of vendors for dye blocks, where you can get the dye blocks cheaper than most people pay. Guys, listen, if you want to spend that so you can be able to save thousands, go ahead and book that. So without further ado, let me give you guys a supply list. Okay, so you're going to need some soy or parasoy. You're going to need some gel wax. You're going to need some ice cube blocks. Guys, I went ahead and prepared my ice cube blocks. There's a little secret with this ice cube thing. If you have old gel, go ahead and insert it inside. Like I had some old gel. Let's say I had some cotton candy or something like that I didn't use. Because sometimes I'll just have gel just kind of sitting off to the side in my studio. I can't find it right now, but I normally got like a little thing of gel that I didn't use. So what I usually typically do is I go and I take it and I put it inside the square. When I put it inside the square, it goes and it conforms to the shape of the ice cube. This is old, but I can use this as an ice cube, and I'm not allowing this gel to go to waste, and I just kind of chop it up. But you see, it went into this shape. This was just all messy before I put it in there, and I left it in there overnight, and now it looks like an ice cube. But I got these I got 2 of them, and they were $5 on Amazon. I will put that inside the description box, and it basically it makes about 8 cubes if you're making them small, 4 if you're making them big. I typically do mine a little small because I like the detail at the top. So, you know, this makes sense. So you gotta have that. You gotta have make sure you have a knife. Make sure you have a spoon. I'm using a Dollar Tree vessel. This is a Dollar Tree vessel. I wanted to use a Dollar Tree vessel because this is something that you guys can easily access. I mean, I know pretty much everybody that come on this channel knows where Dollar Tree is in their state. So this is easy accessible. So I wanted to use that. You're going to need a City 20 wick, or you're going to use zinc wicks. Remember what I told you guys before in the past about gel. 6% fragrance. And remember, never ever use an eco wick. Never use a cotton wick. People are telling people to go and buy like certain wicks off Amazon. No, you cannot burn through gel unless you have a very hot wick. City wick is very hot. Like I told you guys before, you can't even really use City wicks inside of just typical soy candles because it will burn pretty fast. You didn't know that? Well, now you know. That's why you're on this channel, so I can help educate you. So a CD wick, which burns very hot, you have to wick up twice or once. I wick up once because I don't like a high flame, and I like mine. Now listen, one thing about novelty candles is this: you won't clean the edges. Now I burned this candle and I used a smaller vessel, and I used a CD18, and it did not burn the edges, but it had a good hot throw. It was a safe flame, and it lit up my dining room. I have very wide open space in my home, and it lit it up, and I loved it. And it did not clean the edges. Like, it left a little bit of the edges on this side of the glass, and I was okay with that, because one thing about candle making is you want to make sure you have a safe flame. A safe flame is more important than a candle that's successfully burning or whatever the case may be, and you clean up the edges. I mean, cleaning up the edges is good, but if you have a safe flame, that's even better. You don't want to burn somebody's house down. You want to make sure that it's very safe. I can leave my home, guys, listen, I can leave my home and burn candles and come back and they still burning good. I don't need to trim my wicks and things like that. That's why I want to be here to teach you and educate you. So guys, go ahead and get your gel going. Remember, heat it up to about 250 degrees, and then we're going to add our fragrance. And listen, with gel, you cannot wait until 149 on this. Like, you know how you look at it, you're like, oh, it's 140. No, you gotta do it while it's still hot. You're not going to have the best hot throw in the world with gel. Don't get me wrong. Like, it does give you a hot throw, but it's not going to be the strongest hot throw in the world. Where the hot throw is really going to come from is the soy. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to get it started. Guys, we're going to wick our containers. Some things I don't do on the channel, like I don't go through the wicking and all that. We just get right into it because I've done that in prior videos. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to wick our vessels and we're going to get it started. All right. Okay, guys. So one of the things I really forgot to mention is for the gel, you're going to need some brown candle dye, or you're going to need the brown candle dye blocks. I typically add like 1 or 2 drops. This is actually going to be like one of them situations where I'm only using about 5 ounces of gel per container, because remember, like, if we're going to be putting ice cubes in there, ice cubes is going to take up like most of the whole, it's just going to take up a lot of space. So I'm going to add my fragrance to my gel, guys. I'm going to add my fragrance to my gel, and I'm going to head and pour my gel inside the vessel so you guys can see me do it all. I want you guys to see me do it all. So I'm going to stir up my gel right now because it has the dye inside of it. So I'm just stirring it up to make sure it's evenly dispersed all throughout. And remember, gel has to be hot. It has to be hot. You cannot make gel in a double boiler. It has to be on direct heat. So I'm using my Presto pot for this particular project. And it's nice and brown. I'm going to add my fragrance, 6%. 6% fragrance. And remember to test. When you finish, make sure you test, because fragrance and gel has to work, because you know it will set on fire. Like, it will burn on fire. It's not like a regular candle with soy or parasoy. So I'm going to go ahead and just begin to pour this inside my container. Now this one is kind of light. I'm going to probably add a little bit more dye to it because I want it to look like coffee. So I'm going to add a little bit more dye to it. It was not supposed to come out this light. Like, I did not want it to be this light. So we'll add a little drop of dye. And remember, it gets thick quick. So go ahead and just stir it in. Stirring it in. And now it's dark. I want it to be dark like this. Let me bring my camera down, guys, so you can see. Yeah, I want it to be dark like this. So that's good. Next thing I'm going to do is, I honestly want a little bit more gel inside of here. Like, that's my desire, for it to be a little bit more full. But I'm going to put the cubes in, and we're going to see the difference that the cubes make. So go ahead and take your cubes and begin to cut them up. This is a tester candle. I'm not even going to sell this one. This is just like a tester. Just doing it for you guys so you can see. And I got about 4 cubes out of there. So go ahead and take your cubes and just drop it down in there. And what it's going to do is it's going to It's gonna bring the soy up to a higher level. I mean the gel. It's gonna bring the gel up to a higher level. It's gonna make it a little bit more full. So you see it was all the way down there, and when I began to add the cubes, it came up a little bit higher. So I'm gonna take these little messy cubes that I had already, and I'm gonna take those and I'm gonna cut those and put those at the top because you're not really gonna see those. You're not gonna see the color right here. So I'm gonna put those like right there just to make it a little bit taller because I didn't use enough. So it's fine now. That's good because I really wanted it to be more soy. I made a few of these candles already. This is how I really liked it, but when I did it and I made more cream on top, I actually liked that way as well. So it was just, it's just really your preference on what you want and what you want it to look like. But take it and leave it and let it solidify. And when it solidifies, I want you to grab a spoon because we get ready to get really messy, guys. When you see what we're about to do, you're gonna be like, Diamond, I was not prepared for that. And make sure you clean up your sides. If you get gel on it, just roll it. It rolls right off, so it's easy to just clean it up. Versus the soy, because you know the soy, you gotta go and you gotta get some Windex and do it like that. So yeah, it's almost solidified. Like mine is getting done really quick, so it's almost solidified. So let it fully solidify, and then we're gonna work with it. It shouldn't be hot when we work with it. It should be like warm if you're doing it like immediately. But if you leave it like overnight or something like that, or for a few hours, then you know what it will be like. Okay, so basically right here, this is what I want you guys to do. I want you guys to get a spoon, and I told you guys to have a spoon. So if you was listening to me, you got your spoon. All right. So here's where I have like the extra stuff that I make ice cubes with. Remember I told y'all the gel that I had just kind of lingering? This is where I get it from here. The good thing about it is it's already scented. So when it goes into your candle, it's already scented and you ain't gotta worry about scenting it. All right. So what you're doing right here is you're just gonna go ahead and you're gonna tear this candle up. You're gonna tear this candle up. It's a better way to do it. People got other ways to do it, but this is the way I learned how to do stuff, and I teach you guys how to do it. I pretty much simplified to where it works for us. Okay, so we're gonna do it our way. All right. Go ahead and take you a spoon and just begin to dig out some of this gel that's along the sides of it. Just dig it out. You're gonna make basically like little holes on the side. You're gonna tear it up. You see, I dug some out, so it's like that. It's going in that kind of shape. And the worse that it looks, the better it's gonna look when the soy go on the inside of it. So we tearing it up. Girl, you made me do this candle just to tear it up. Yo, sure did. So you're gonna go ahead and do that all around the top. You're gonna take the spoon, dig it out. Just dig it out, be strategic in different spots. Dig it out and make it look really like toe up. You want different spots looking different. Like it's gonna be like this, like kind of like zigzags. So I'm just, right here, I'm just gonna dig out a little tiny piece because I wanna add a little bit more definition right there. So once you do that, guys, go ahead and next, you're gonna need you some more cubes. Now remember, you're gonna have to use the clear cubes because this is gonna be at the top. So this is gonna be actually your display. So you wanna use your best cubes. I know I teach y'all to have them little bald head ugly cubes. Don't use that for this part. So cut your cubes into fours because that's what I'm doing. I'm cutting mine into fours because it's going on the top. So basically slice it in half. If you're using this ice cube thing, slice it in half and then slice it into fours. And this how it would look. It would be really small for like a four, like a real cube. It would be a real live cube. So take it and begin to put it in here because now this is where you're going to get like your soy and everything is going to join and it's going to look magnificent. This is not the end of the cube thing though. I can put cubes right here or I can just wait till it finish and do it like that. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add some fragrance to my wax right here. I'm going to stir it up a little bit. You stir it up for 2 minutes, guys. I always teach you guys like that. 2 minutes is better than, you know, because it bonds. It bonds a little better with 2 minutes. What I usually do is I take a whisk and I stir it. This time I'm using my spatula, which is fine because that's really what I need. So I'm stirring it up. And it's should be nice and bonded right now. I still got my pot on warm. Oh, fine. I'm gonna take my cord out. Sometimes I'll pour like this and pour it up a little bit. You don't have to get it all the way up to the brim. Like, you don't have to get it full all the way up to the brim. Just fill it up to a certain place. And when you get it to like right here, that's when you go ahead and put your ice cubes on the top. And it's gonna bring it up more. So it's gonna add more detail to it. So for this particular thing, I'm gonna add 4 small cubes to the top. And these ice cubes are gonna sit on the top. It's gonna make it look so realistic. So just be mindful of where you placing your cubes, because it's gonna be, this is the part that's gonna show, like it's going to show. So I put about 4 at the top, and that's how it look. Like, you can see my one cube just standing up in the air, which makes it really good, really detailed. But as you can see, like where we went ahead and tore it up, guys, you see it gave it that great detail. Let me turn it around. You can see like the little V's or whatever. It gave it like really good detail. As it solidifies, you just kind of sit it to the side. Make sure your wick is in the middle. But when it's finished, this is how it will look. It will really like an iced coffee. It has great detail. Remember, the more brown you get this, how it just brings it to life. It looks really nice. So look, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. You do not want to miss the ice cream cone bowls that we will be doing on this channel. Actually today, same day, same videos, same hour. I'm going to upload 2 videos today, but you do not want to miss it. So hit the subscribe button, and remember, go ahead inside that link and book a session with me so we can get some things accomplished this week. Yes, you are setting yourself up with your goals, your vision. I've been on this preaching vision board. So guys, you are setting yourself up and you are going to succeed in the candle industry. Go ahead, guys, and I will talk to you later. Hit the subscribe button, and we will see you soon. All right.